Huge project's been given the go-ahead in Cumberland by the Village Council. The Trilogy Properties 760-acre plan covers more than 500,000 square feet of retail space and 2,000 housing units. Now, this has been talked about for about 4 years now, and it has its critics, but the mayor is predicting that it will revitalize the tiny village. A News reporter Gord Kurbis has the story.
Right now, it's 760 acres of raw land at the Cumberland interchange. But this week, this prime property at the entrance to the Comox Valley was given the green light for a massive development.
I think what it means for Cumberland is new beginnings. We've been in the doldrums for 50 years since the mines closed, just barely hanging on due to the tenacity of the people and the leaders.
Trilogy Properties began looking into developing the area back in 2004. The company's vision is for a mixture of commercial and residential areas. It's taken several years of debate and public hearings, but CEO John Evans says he's happy to finally have approval.
Been a bit of a journey, but I think, given the size of the property and the significance of the lands, I'm pleased that it was a thorough process and gave hopefully everybody an opportunity to provide input to us.
Cumberland's population of roughly 3,300 has enjoyed the small village atmosphere, and some have objected to the thought of upwards of 2,000 more homeowners being added to the mix.
I'm not quite sure whether we got enough water to supply all those houses that are going up.
Yeah, I think it would have been better to put money in the high street, the downtown, instead of putting a big new complex on the outside.
But others realize the village can't survive without growth.
It's a good thing for growth, and of course a lot of people don't want it because they don't want growth, but I've been here over 40 years, so I've seen it all grow.
With next to no industrial tax base to draw from, Cumberland's mayor says monies raised through the Trilogy Properties is vital for badly needed infrastructure projects.
We want to become self-sustaining and become a community that can in fact stand on its own feet. I think this paves the way. I think it's truly a new beginning.
Because of its affordability, Cumberland was already a hot commodity in the Comox Valley real estate market. Now the announcement that Trilogy is coming in conjunction with a few other projects means this area will be in even greater demand.
In the last 5 to 10 years, it's just changed dramatically. It's got a whole younger feature to it, and young families moving in. It's going to be fun to watch what happens in the next 5 years here.
Evans says there is no definite timeline as to when development will begin on the land. However, action will be seen at this corner of the property. That's where Trilogy donated area for the new Discovery Center. The North Island's Tourism and Visitor Center needs to be completed by March of 2011.
Well, that's going to create a presence on the lands within just over a year. Now, obviously, we won't be fully serviced by then, but that will be an early stimulus to getting the project underway.
Evans says so far Trilogy has resisted promoting their properties to commercial operations. That will likely change shortly. In Cumberland, Gord Kurbis, A News.